Hey all. What do you say we do a quick lesson on Fire and Water? Probably my favorite free tune. Especially the live versions. You can find them on YouTube. But Koss's vibrato is just insane. There's the legendary story of when Free was the opening act for Blind Faith on that tour in '69. And backstage, Clapton was begging Koss to show him how he does his vibrato. Because, I mean, Clapton's vibrato was right up there. But he's asking Koss for a lesson on vibrato. That tells you a lot. It's in standard tuning, and it starts with this. Right? So that's open A string. It's almost like Hell's Pals. So A open, D and G at 7, and then G goes up to 9. All three of those strings. The next one is on the D and G strings. D string open, and G goes 12, 11. Back to the first one again. The second one is open D, G goes 12 to 14. So that's D at 7, G at 9, G goes down to 7, and then to 6, while the D stays right where it is at 7. Then you go A5 to B5. So far. That's just the E, A, and D strings, A to B. This one is D5 to E5. Alright, so that turnaround is E, D. It stays with D except the A string goes down 1 fret. Fire and water, right? B5, and that's down here. You want to do that B5 down here. So B5 is just A, D, G strings. This next one is also A and D, G strings, except those two stay where they are for the B chord. The D and the G stay at 4. Now A goes up to 5. A, B, you got what it takes to make a poor man's heart break. Right, so you're at that's D. These chords in typical Koss fashion, he does them as 5th chord, so you're fingering the whole D, but you're not playing that high A string. A5. And he would do the E up here as an E5. So it's like you're barring a regular E, except you want the B and E strings open along with the low E, so you get. So it's not major or minor, it's just a 5th chord. To make a poor man's heart break. Right, so the turnaround is. back down, E, D, that same thing where you walk the A string down. And he does that as an E down here, except if you listen close, he hits that, he does it like you're doing A5, except you're doing it on an E, and the G string is in there at the 2nd fret. Back to the beginning. But crash your love, and all that stuff. Then now you're into the guitar solo. If you were on rhythm, you'd just be going between a B and an E for the guitar solo. The only thing that's different is at the very end they do a whoa, just a minute. What it takes to make a point. It stays there on the E. And then again. This is the very end. This time it goes back down to B. Time through, at the very end of the song, before it does that little drum fill and it's over, you get E. That's just the last chord of it, which is awesome. Is just all the way across on 7. Like a B minor 7 almost. And you ended on that B5. That's all of it. A really great Koss, because you know he does sort of chord stabbing. And if you watch, there's a live video. I think it's from Beat Club or something, and you should see how he does this. And when he rests in between, he actually changes his hand position. It's pretty incredible, but that's how he does it. Doing chord stabs with a lot of space in between them, doing them as 5th chords and not full chords. You don't get the 3rd in there. Of course, on the solo, his vibrato is a wonder to listen to. So a lot of very typical stuff. A sort of a slower / mid-tempo, I'd probably call that one slow tempo, free tune. You know, they didn't do a lot of 90-mile-an-hour kind of songs. A great one, a great album to listen to, and a great kind of Les Paul tune. Good luck.